You know, some may say because it's an access for very talented students like yourself. Others would say it's access to diverse points of view. Others would say, well, diversity to them means that they get exposed to other issues besides a limited view. So the richness of the vision is unbelievable.
Do you know your deacon was a German seminary? In April of 1868, the Presbytery of Newark met to accommodate the large number of German populations in migration.
My name is Patrick Labby. I am the Vice President for Student Affairs.
I'm Dr. Marion Terenzio. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Faculty at Bloomfield College.
It was first named the German Theological School of Newark, New Jersey. From the beginning, your deacon was to accommodate diversity, being that the first mission of the college states that instruction shall be given in both the German and in the English language, and thus from the beginning to the end of preparation, they aimed to bring the German people into sympathy with our American Presbyterian Church. They aimed to assimilate and accept the new culture as we still do today. They were to Americanize both religiously and socially. The move to Bloomfield College was initiated because of the religious connections of the city and the increase in German congregations in the Presbyterian faith to Orange, Patterson, Jersey City, Hoboken, and mostly Bloomfield, New Jersey. In 1872, the move to Bloomfield was complete. The actual college started out as an academic department in the original theological school. In the 1904-1905 academic year, out of the 26 students that were admitted, 6 were to study theology and 20 were to study in the academic department. In 1924, the State Board of Education approved the campus as a 4-year liberal arts institution to issue bachelor's degrees, and in 1961, Bloomfield College, the name we know it today, received the Middle States accreditation.
I do know from the past is that this college was always based on the notion of providing access to talented people who otherwise would not have access to higher ed because of a demographic feature of which they had no control. So to leap to now a predominantly black institution from the seminary point of view actually makes perfect sense. Because the beauty of Bloomfield College is whatever the history was of value, that value has come along and is now put into a contemporary context.
From persistent research, the government categorizes predominantly black institutions, which are referred to as PBIs, as the result of affirmative action in the legendary case Brown versus the Board of Education, which states that education that is separate is not equal. Predominantly black institutions, or PBIs, are made under the Title III Act of the Higher Education Act of 1965. The Higher Education Act of 1965 is a legislation that is to strengthen the educational resources of our colleges and universities and to provide financial assistance in post-secondary higher education. Because African Americans were not given equal or even access in some cases to education, being a PBI is a grant given to colleges that are more than 40% African American in their student population. Bloomfield College has received more than $4.8 million in the last 4 years from the federal PBI program.
A wonderful congressman, the late Donald Payne, he went to at the federal level, and through an act of Congress, designated the PBI institutions. But the beauty of that is that now there are 35 newly designated PBI institutions in the country, and only 35 out of 4,000 institutions. So the fact that we applied and received the PBI grant designation we're very proud. Lumping cultural groups together as one. In the designation of black, it brings in those students who are from all kinds of cultures, and it takes off from, once again, that limited mentality.
My name is Jennifer Perez, and I am a senior at Bloomfield College. And I am also a founding sister here for Lambda Omega Sorority Incorporated, Sia Quinn. And like, literally, I swear, probably those like 50 considered black people are really Caribbean. Like, and not just from, Haiti or Jamaica, but I'm talking about like Barbados, St. Lucia. I'm talking like mad Caribbean.
Historically, black institutions have been supported by these types of grants, innovative grants for a long time. But there was really nothing available for schools which served a large population of African American students, Hispanic students, that kind of tailored to innovation and creating new programs for these targeted populations. So these schools may serve 50 to 60% minority students, but they would not be considered in the giving and grants that are available to historically black colleges and universities. So I think the PBI was a good way to acknowledge that other institutions are serving a very selected and targeted population that requires some level of support for new innovative ideas.
Okay, my name is Sharif Thomas. I'm a sophomore at Bloomfield College. I am a business administration finance major with a minor in history. What kept me at Bloomfield College was the fact that it was diverse and it was different to my community and it was different to my background. Another thing that attracted me to want to stay at Bloomfield College was the amount of opportunity that was here. At other colleges and universities, I don't feel as though maybe I would have as much as an impact on my peers if I had went to those schools.
While other institutions felt that the demographic shifts in this area forced a mission change in the other direction, we felt that we would embrace the students who were here, students who were attracted to this place, and we were going to do our best work with the population that we are serving, and we welcome that population.
I think as we get better understanding who we are, I think the students we draw are very strong, and that their well-being, I think, to make differences in the world are very strong.
This college has gone from a German seminary that started in Newark to one of New Jersey's best private colleges that has a mission to bring about diversity, liberal arts education, and to prepare students to survive in a professional and global society. Do you know your campus? Do you know your peers? Do you know your deacon?
Very positive ways. I think there are the most courageous young men and women I've met in my career.
Again, for those who are watching this, I know her for a while, and I've seen you grow and develop into, you're a perfect example of what the state of the student can be and will be. So I applaud you, and I look forward to shaking your hand at commencement. So that's a personal plug for you.
Get high quality beats at 5starbeats.com.